Hi everyone, my name is Andrea and I'm a Hungarian graphic designer who just loves doing makeup. I'm a makeup enthusiast, if I can say that, and I've been doing makeup on myself for over a year now, and I just wanted to start doing makeup tutorials, because why not? It seems fun. I hope it's going to be fun for you too, and I'm going to try to introduce myself. This is the look we're going to do today. Obviously it's not done because I haven't put on mascara or anything in my waterline, but it's more or less done. And yeah, we're going to repeat this on the other eye, and I am going to try to walk you through this. I've already primed with the MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly. This is a wax-based eyeshadow primer. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot because I've recently hit pan on it. I usually blow this out quite a bit to have a base down, because after I've done with my face, I'm just going to blend it a little bit more. The palettes I'm going to use today are mainly the Made by Mitchell Feet on the Ground palette, if I'm not mistaken, and the Me, Myself and Mitchell Beauty Bay palette, which was a collaboration palette. And also for the shimmers I'm going to use the Shroud X Beauty Bean It's Freaking Bad palette, because this is my newest palette and it's amazing. I think I'm going to start with the Me, Myself and Mitchell palette, and I'm going to grab the shade Sohmani, which is a bright lime green, and I'm just going to put this in my crease with little stamping motions and lightly blending it upwards. You don't have to be too precise with this, and I'm sorry if I can't show you exactly what I'm doing. I have to look at the mirror. The best way to find where your crease is to basically dig your brush into your eye like this, and if you have a dip, you find your crease because that's where your eyeball starts. And if you work your shadow in, then it's going to be concentrated in your crease. And I always go higher than my natural crease, because if I open my eye fully, then you can't really see all the details I've done on my lid. So you just kind of have to work with your eye shape and practice. Now I'm going to grab another blending brush, which was clean, but I've done the other eye, and grab an acid yellow shade, which is called Chemtrail in the Feet on the Ground palette, and I'm going to concentrate this on the front. I'm patting the brush on my eye, following my crease, and then with circular motions I'm blending it out and blending it into the green, going back and forth between the two. I guess I can talk a little bit about myself while I'm doing this. So as I've said, my name is Andrea. I live in Hungary, near Budapest, and I recently got my graphic designer certificate, so I am still searching for a suitable job, of course, but I might consider doing some freelancing at first. And I finally have time to do passion projects such as doing YouTube, so I might try to keep this as a consistent thing. I'm just basically building up the color until I'm satisfied. Then I will grab another brush, which is a blending brush, but it's smaller than the ones I've used already, and I'm going to grab the shade Greener from the Feet on the Ground palette and basically follow my crease but drag it out, following my lower lash line too. So I'm going to back this color on the outer corner first, blending it into the green in my crease, because that's a line I can follow, and then I'm just going to smoke it out in a cat eye shape. just like that. So following my lower lash line and my outer corner, I'm going to drag it out like this and then connect it back to my crease. So that's basically how I map out the shape and build the color up. This is basically my first attempt at filming a YouTube video and filming a makeup tutorial, so please bear with me. I'm still learning, but I gladly appreciate any tips and tricks if you have some to give me. I'm going to grab the brush I used the first green with to blend a little. No additional product on, just what's left on the brush, and I'm just going to buff this V shape outwards to get a softer blend. And I'm holding my brush on the very end to have light pressure and basically flicking my brush back and forth in a rather circular motion, following the shape that I want to create. I'm trying to connect it and bring it more into my crease to create this shape that goes in. Shape looks similar, which is a rarity here. Especially if I'm doing like a detailed look, I can never get the shape right on both of my eyes. Now I'm just going to grab the smaller blending brush that I used and grab a little more greener, but mix it with the black, which is called Ammo. Tap off the excess and concentrate it, pack it first in the outer corner to have that depth, and then slowly bringing it outwards, very, very gently and slowly, because I don't want too much black. I am going to deepen this quite a bit, but I want to control how much pigment I put on my eyes. Also holding the very end of my brush, using light pressure and little movement, I'm slowly building up the color and I'm bringing it in, blending it into my crease. I am in no way a professional. I just really love the creative outlet that makeup has, and it's another type of way to basically use color. I'm gonna grab the blending brush that I had, the yellow one, and I'm going to tap the excess off because this is a very, very pigmented shade, and I'm just going to lightly brush it and blend it in. I'm basically a heavy metal lover. I have quite a collection of posters, and you can't see, but it's above my bed. I have a ton of posters. It's one of my favorite genres. So I'm grabbing a little tiny circle brush and I'm going to grab the black, which is Ammo, tap off the excess and concentrate it in the very, very, very outer corner of my eye, just patting it on to add that depth that I'm lacking, and I'm going to follow the shape and slowly build on it. I'm going to grab the shade Smoky, the first lime green we've started with, tap off the excess, and introduce it back into the look because I feel like I kind of lost it a little. I'm going back in with the yellow to hopefully tone down the black. Also, these shades just blend into each other like effortlessly. It's so crazy. I adore these palettes. Okay, I'm going back in with the khaki green, the shade greener, because I feel like I've blended it away. It's basically a back and forth between the shades, because if you go in with lighter pastel shades over darker ones that you've already blended, it's going to cover it up. So you have to go back in with the darker colors you've already used to re-intensify them a little. Okay, and now we're going to cut the crease. It's fairly simple, so I'm going to grab my NYX flat brush and my NYX glitter primer. So I'm going to squeeze this much on, and then I'm laying the primer down, and then I'm going to follow my natural crease and do this, basically carve out my Cutcrease. I'm going to pat a tiny bit on my inner corner too, and I'm going to stick to the same brush, and I'm going to grab the shade Handbook. I'm going to pat the color on firstly, and then I'm going to swipe. God, this is a gorgeous shimmer. I just love these tones together. I'm going to grab the blending brush that I use the darker greens with, and I'm going to grab the darker green and tap it. When you are trying to blend shimmer into matte, it's always better to tap. And you can use a blending brush. You don't have to use a flat brush for tapping all the time, because if you use a blending brush, you're gonna get less pigment and you can build the color up gradually. See? It's already fading into the dark one. And I'm going to kind of follow my lash line, as you can see, because we are going to smoke the liner out. That is just such a good look that I discovered I adore on myself, so that's what I wanted to do today too. Then grab the pencil brush I used the black with and add more black on the very outer corner of my eye first, patting the color in. As you can see, it's more concentrated, and then I'm going to follow my lash line and then blend it out. I'm going to grab the smaller blending brush with the green, with the dark green, tap the excess and blend that black in, because we don't want any harsh lines. I am bringing some green into my crease as well to re-intensify that line that we have there, because I wanted to make that more pronounced than usual. I just wanted to bring some depth in and have the cut crease lower than I usually go. Now I'm grabbing the flat brush that I used, and I'm grabbing Limegreen because it is a much lighter green. I'm just going to concentrate this at the front, blending it into the other shimmer. I'm going back in with the darker green, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to concentrate it into my crease and blending the shimmer. go back in with the flat brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth between the two sides of the brush to blend these shimmers together. Then I'm going to grab the blending brush that I had the yellow on, tap off the excess, and then swirl it in my inner corner. Just gonna go back in with the green to define that crease a little more and blend. Now I'm going to grab a flat brush. First I'm going to grab the shade greener, tap off the excess and follow my lash line and tap the shadow on, starting from the inner corner to the outer corner. I'm making the liner more thick on the outer corner than in the inner corner, and the same brush I'm just going to grab the black and then gently go over that. I'm going to add a liquid liner on top too, but I like to do this first. So I'm just following the outer corner of my eye to create a smoky liner and then joining it back up. And I'm going to wipe my brush clean, go back in with the green, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to tap over the black to diffuse it and to try and blend it. I'm going to grab the pencil brush with black on it and pack it in the outer corner first, blending it. Just going to grab the black and re-intensify that, grabbing a little green again. And we are going to smoke this out. Nothing too crazy, just the black, the dark green, the green and the yellow. I'm going to use the little pencil brush that I used for my outer corner, and I'm going to tap the color on. I'm just going to wipe this brush and grab the green, run that along too. Then I have a kind of flat brush but still fluffy, and I'm just going to tap and smudge this yellow on the front. I'm going to use the Trendy Top Sensitive Eyes liquid liner because that's just what I have on deck. So I'm just grabbing a little more of that black ammo, tapping off the excess because I don't want too much pigment. And first I tap over the line I made and gently fade it in. that will be the eye look. Let me pack up my things and then we can move on to face. We are priming with the 183 Days All Gone Pore Eraser Foam by Trended Up. You just have to shake it up, and I just take this spongy applicator. I'm just going to squeeze some out and then apply. Next, I don't use foundation because I just don't like piling product on my face. I like my skin to have some room to breathe, so I just use concealer as a base. And I know it's kind of controversial, but I do have a lot of stuff from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, so yeah, I'm going to use the Magic Star Concealer in C6. I'm just going to grab my beauty blender. It's Real Techniques microfiber sponge, and I'm just going to work the product into my skin. Okay, I think I've beaten this face enough and it's quite blended in. I might try to like come up and show you how it's sitting on my skin. Although I do look like a ghost right now, but we're gonna bronze and contour and all that jazz. So yeah, trust the process. That's what everybody always says. Trust the process. It's gonna look good in the end. I start with contour, so we're going to use my Essence Contouring Duo in the shade Tan Lighter Skin, which looks like this. So I've recently cleaned my brushes, so that's why they look like they've never been used. I'm going to use a mix of the two. I usually contour my face the way I see shadow on it, so I look directly into the light. I try to search where my face has natural curves. So for me, you might see that I only have a cute dip here and I don't have that line that goes from ear to mouth, and I'm not going to chisel my face like that because it's just not the right shape for my face shape. Right, I'm going to bronze. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. I'm just going to concentrate it on the high points of my face. I'm going to grab my blush brush. I'm using the Rimmel Moxie blush in Sweet Cheeks, which is a peach, because I adore peach blush and I blame Lisa for that. I do tend to use a blush topper, which is a shimmery blush, Trended Up powder blush to be exact, and it gives a gorgeous golden glow. I do use my Jeffree Star Skin Frost in Princess Cut quite a lot because I have a decent pan in it, but it's pink. I don't really think that this look screams pink. So we're not gonna use this, but I have this Alverde Not Who Cosmetic. It's the Glow and Shine highlighter, but I don't know what shade it is. It's just the regular champagne gold. So I'm just going to concentrate this on the high points of my cheeks. So not doing a harsh line like down my face, but mainly focusing it where the brush meets the eyeshadow. I think that's the face done. So let me just work on my blend. For brows, I use the Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Defining Pencil in blonde. It's a tiny little pencil that just allows me to be precise with my brows. I don't do too much to my brows. You may not see that this brow has gray hairs in it. Jeans, I brush them through and I'm just going to define them. Not twins, but sisters. And then I have this Trendy Top Lash Foundation and Base, which is a pretty fucking good color for a brow gel for me. I'm just going to use it and brush it through my brow. I just put mascara on. So I'm going to try to use my sheen liner in the color Sunshine to add to my waterline, or indeed the corner. I have a little makeup tray here because they are water activated liners. Okay. I'm gonna repeat this on the other eye and then we'll be back. So I've just put some on my waterline and then at the beginning of my lower lash line blended it in with the Chemtrail shade. I'm gonna reapply mascara because the liner covered some of my lower lashes. Put some setting spray on, which is the Maybelline Lasting Fix, which has a natural matte finish. I'm gonna throw a lip on and then I'm going to show you the finished look. And this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I really like how this turned out. I just went with black as a lipstick and it's the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Weirdo. Let me know what you think about this little tutorial. I might do more if you like it. Let me know what else you would like to see down in the comments below. I will leave my Instagram handle and my other socials there as well if you want to see this look in detail, because I do post a lot there. Thank you so much for watching and I hope I will catch you next time. Bye!